this video, I'm going to share my clean tone settings of this pedal board, my minimalist live gigging pedal board, the IR200, Boss MS3, and the EV30. So I have prepared a blank patch here. So I'm going to select a blank patch as well on the IR200, and I'm going to take you through how I create a patch from scratch. So what I normally would do is, so let's just initialize this. So I would make the amp first, so the amp patch. There are only 8 amps in the IR200, so 3 clean amps, the natural, JC120, and the clean twin. I like all of them. You know, I just cycle through all of these amps because they sound great. So let's take natural, because natural is the default. So let's stick with that, and I'll just go into the menu of the amp. Maybe set the gain to 60. EQ is flat. I'll explain that in a bit. The gain switch, I switch to low if it's clean. I found that if it's middle, it kind of has a distorted, or it kind of breaks up a little bit. So especially if you add a compressor, so a low gain, and I'll just compensate the volume later on. So that's the amp settings. So very simple. 60 gain, level 50. Basically, it's just midway. If you look at the knobs in the screen, all of them are midway, except for the gain switch, it's low. So that's it. So I just choose an IR selection here, so I can choose between a JC120, 2x12, 2x12 twin, dynamic 57. Let's just stick to 1x12 natural, dynamic 57 to keep it simple. And at first, it will not make a sound yet. And the reason for that is, if you initialize a patch, by default in the IR200, the send return is off. Now, I am connecting the IR200 in the loop 3 of the MS3 via 4-cable method. So the output of the MS3 is in the return of the IR200. So since it's off, we need to turn that on so that my guitar is connected in the MS3. So we'll go to memory, then go to send return, then turn that on. Now my guitar will now make a sound, but the amp is still not engaged yet, because in the MS3 I need to turn on loop 3 because that's where the IR200 is connected. So I'll just select that on. So now that's the clean amp. So if I change the sound, change the amp, it will also change. So JC120, twin combo, natural. So basically that's it for the IR200. Let's just save those settings. And let's also save the settings in the MS3. So loop 3 is now on. Aside from that, I add a compressor to the clean amp. So let's go to FX1, and by default, that's already a compressor. So if you go enter, that's a compressor. So let's turn that on. So that the settings of the compressor are just by default. I don't really touch them. Everything is at 50 and tone is at 0. And I choose the Boss type. I tried different ones, but I can't really tell which I like. I just keep it simple. Boss compressor. I just know when a compressor is on, really. But I don't like to go into the details of it because otherwise I'd be just confused. Aside from the compressor, I use a chorus. So that's in modulation 2 block, and by default it's a chorus. So let's turn that on. Now I need a little bit more volume here because I think it's too soft. So I'll go to the amp here and increase the level. Now that's better. And basically that's it. And there's already a reverb in the IR200. I'll just set that to 30 or maybe 40. I'm not really particular with the reverb as well. If I want to choose a different type, there's studio. There's also room, studio, and hall. There's only 3 types. So let's choose room. And let's increase the reverb. You can hear the reverb now. But I like to keep it just fairly low. So right there. So that's it. And since there's already a reverb in the IR200, I use the reverb block here as an additional delay. So I just set the reverb block as a delay effect. And by default, it's already at 400 milliseconds, and I just keep it that way. Turn that on. Now I have short delay. And the last thing as well that I'm going to need to do is to assign a MIDI PC message to this patch of the MS3 so that every time I go to this patch, it will go to patch number 4. So let's also change the name here. Let's just write clean or C. So now I need to go to the edit again and control CTL and go to the very right here. After all the assigns, I go to patch MIDI. Now it's currently off. I turn that on to channel 1 because the IR200 I have set to receive to channel 1. And I just select a PC message, PC number of 40, so that every time I select this patch in the MS3, the MS3 will send a message to channel 1, which is the IR200, to change to patch number 40. So that's 39, 40, okay. So save this. So now, when I switch to a different patch, like that, that's a different patch here that is set to change to patch number 13. If I go to what we just saved, which is bank 19 patch number 1, it will go to 40. So now it's 40. Now I can have all the settings selected, the clean amp with all the amp settings and the IR settings and the reverb settings in patch number 40 in the IR200, as well as all the effects in the MS3 bank 19 patch number 1, which is a compressor, a chorus, and a short delay. And this is my clean sound. So that's it for the video. In the next video, I will talk about the lead tone. So stay tuned for that. If you have any questions, just leave them down in the comment section below. I'll see you on the next video.